On allegations of child cruelty at a child care facility at Robins Air Force Base, with two women now facing more than a dozen charges each. Now that those allegations have surfaced, one woman says she has a similar story. Kalisha Moore tells you the story and what the woman believes needs to change in tonight's top story.
We trust these people to be with our children,
But Jennifer Clinton says the trust she had for Robins Air Force Base child care quickly shattered.
One day, something just told me, look at the camera. So I looked at the cameras and I went to walk out and I stopped and I was like, no, go back.
She says what she saw back in 2019 shocked her. A clear video on monitors near the facility that seemed to show Clinton's 2-year-old and her classmates being encouraged to fight.
One hit her in the back of the head and the other hit her in her back. And I was like, oh, that's odd. So I watched to see if the teacher was going to do anything. And she said something again, and the little girls are like looking at her. And at that time, the other little girl pulled up her hand to hit her again. And I ran down the hall and grabbed her out of there.
Clinton's story matches some of the complaints in the indictment against Zanae Flynn and Antonisha Fritz. They're the Robins Air Force Base child care workers accused of abusing at least 14 kids. That indictment alleges the two women encouraged fighting, hit children with books, and sprayed cleaning liquid in their faces.
I called security forces myself. This is like minutes after the incident. And I had to call my husband up there, the whole nine. And security forces got there and they're trying to do their investigation. Well, then it goes up to the chief. I never heard anything else.
According to the Department of Defense, child care staff must complete a minimum of 24 hours per year of training against child abuse. Staff also do not use corporal punishment or negative discipline that hurt, humiliate, or frighten children.
It's not just a statewide issue, it's a nationwide issue with all these bases, these Army posts, everything. So it's not going to get better unless leadership does something about it.
In Warner Robins, Kalisha Moore, 13 WMAZ News.
Zanae Flynn appeared before a federal magistrate in Macon today and pleaded not guilty to all charges. Her bond was set at $15,000. According to court records, Fritz has not yet appeared in court. A third woman, LaTonna Lambert, who is a Robins supervisor, also faces a felony charge for failing to report the abuse. Many of you are sharing your thoughts on social media. Stephanie says there are bad employees in every workplace, but these babies are our precious ones. There is no excuse for abuse of your child, let alone someone else's. Nicole writes, working parents shouldn't have to fear abuse of their babies. And Sarah said, those poor babies, I work in child care, and there is no way I could stand by and allow something like this to happen. You can join in the conversation by finding this post on our Facebook page.